The scent of roasted turkey mixed with clove-spiced wine hung in the air, heavy and insistent, like a lie that refused to fade. My hand hovered over the crystal glass, watching the surface shiver, not from touch, but from the low murmur of voices surrounding me. Her eyes met mine briefly, expression flat, practiced, rehearsed. Without a word, she slid an envelope across the table. The paper whispered over the linen. "Sign here, worthless worm." Her brother grinned, sharp and predatory. "Pack fast, boy, and disappear." Her mother's laugh cut through the air, brittle, jagged, cruel. "You'll leave with nothing." They expected the crack in my composure, the pleading, the desperation. Instead, my pulse slowed. I studied the pen perched on the envelope like a hook baited for the unsuspecting. I said nothing. I signed nothing. I rose, walked to the bedroom and began to pack. Each shirt folded with precision. Every drawer emptied silently, methodically. They believed they had me shattered. I let them. By the time the last suitcase zipped closed, I was smiling. They never asked why. That night, while they celebrated their imagined victory, I made the call that would ensure this Christmas lingered in their nightmares forever. It hadn't begun at Christmas. It began months earlier, late summer, when I overheard her laughter spilling through a half-closed bathroom door. Not at a party, not with a friend, but over the phone. Intimate, impossible to mishear. I asked nothing then. I stored it. Then came the mysterious dinner she never mentioned, the unanswered calls, the sudden, unfamiliar perfume in her routine. Her brother started visiting more often. Her mother's glances sharpened, each one a countdown I was now tracking. One night, I reached for her phone on the nightstand, not to pry, at least that's what I told myself, but to set an alarm. My hand froze at the preview. "Don't worry, he'll be gone soon." My heart didn't break. It hardened. Still, I said nothing. I smiled the next morning, kissed her cheek, left for work like any ordinary day. But I started observing, listening. How she shielded her screen, how her voice softened when speaking to her brother. A wall was being built around me brick by brick. I began constructing my own. First, the finances. Quietly, I moved what I could into an account she didn't know existed. Then the paperwork. Every receipt, every shared asset documented, every legal detail meticulously noted. But the core wasn't money, it was truth. Truth required evidence. Her car's GPS betrayed her. Spa visits that were actually hotel rooms. I hired someone who didn't ask questions. 2 weeks later, I had photographs, crystal clear, undeniable. Not her brother, not a stranger. With him. Her mother's trusted business partner, the man she once called family. I collected phone records, emails, every message mocking me, questioning my habits, my trust. Each discovery filled a glass, slowly, until even a whisper could make it spill. I kept my place at the table, smiling when expected, letting them believe they had crafted my downfall. I was building the gallows quietly. The final piece arrived on a Thursday afternoon. A manila envelope slid across my desk, almost identical to how she would later present hers at Christmas. Inside were bank transfers, her mother's account to hers, hers to the man's. Not just betrayal, conspiracy. That night, I placed the folder on our kitchen counter and waited. She arrived late, faintly scented with his cologne. Her eyes caught the folder. She opened it. Her face didn't collapse instantly. It fractured slowly like ice cracking underfoot. "Where did you get this?" she whispered. I didn't answer. The silence spoke louder than words. Christmas dinner became their stage. They believed the papers would be the climax. When I left, my bags were full, though not with what they expected. Every document, photograph, piece of evidence had already gone to my attorney. The police were briefed. The tax office informed. By morning, the sirens arrived. Not for me. Her mother cuffed, charged with fraud, embezzlement, tax evasion. Her business partner arrested for laundering. Her brother hauled in for questioning linked to accounts. She wasn't taken that day, but the headlines bore her name. The photographs made it impossible to ignore. Every client her family relied on vanished. I didn't watch from the window. I didn't need to. I was gone, settled in a small, bare apartment. No pictures, no remnants. Quiet wasn't lonely, it was clean. I remembered their laughter at the Christmas table, how certain they were of the script they had written for me. They thought I would be the victim. I rewrote the ending. No calls. No apologies. Their voices silenced. That night, in the dark, a glass in hand, I listened to the faint echo of sirens and realized the truth. I hadn't just left with my possessions. I had left them with nothing.